So I need a new car, or I want a new car, but whatever they have out there doesn't really do what I need it to do, so I'm gonna have to build it myself. Ooh, tough ones to get to. Ooh. Did some thinking about it. What I'm looking to do is put that on that chassis. So what that is a 1949 Willys Wagon, or Willys Overland. And we have a L6 or 06 LJ Jeep. There's a lot of reasons that this swap could possibly work. The wheelbase is real similar. They're within a couple inches. Ended up finding this last year. My brother did on Marketplace, actually. It was in western Wisconsin. These aren't the rarest birds, but something in this condition, you could tell that it was rot free and just straight as an arrow. The underside is pretty good, chassis is good, most of the rockers are good, so it was worth the 30 or 40 hours straight we drove to go get it. I asked the fella, hey, can you wait for me about a week or so? Because that was the next couple of days I had off. We rented a U-Haul, got a truck and a trailer, and went down the next morning to grab it, and the guy only had a box truck. I got in that box truck, picked up a buddy of mine and my pup Gunny, and we went from East Coast to Wisconsin straight, right through a snowstorm. I forget, it was I think it was in December, and Buffalo had a big storm coming in, of course. We got there and managed to back the box truck up a snowy driveway, two-wheel drive, and loaded it on. I think from western Wisconsin we drove to Indiana and got a motel for a couple hours, slept, and then Indiana back to East Coast. Made it back to work with 30 minutes to spare. So that's how those deals on Facebook go sometimes, though. It was worth it. This thing is really sweet. So what I was looking for is I'm looking for a four-wheel drive, preferably a smaller four-wheel drive that can take me up my incredibly steep driveway. But I want it to be fuel injected, have air conditioning, and all that fun stuff. Gunny, hey, stop. Stop. I've done a Wrangler swap before onto a 60 Jeep FC 150, and that was a pretty tough one because it's a cab over, so it sits over the engine, and it's been great since that swap's been done. So it starts right up. It's a lot more peppy. It's got all of Jeep's engineering. I think that's why I like the chassis swaps. You can just, you take all that great vehicle that's already been made for you and just figure out how to mate it to a newer and older chassis. But look at the inside of this thing. There's a lot of room back there. I think that's why they called it the Overland. We'll disassemble the LJ and we'll get the body off any way we can. The width's a little narrower in here, but I should actually be able to cut the firewall out of the LJ. Cut the entire firewall out of here and transmission tunnel, and almost possibly weld it right to this body directly. This way all the original newer Jeep parts bolt up, literally bolt up to the existing studs and such. HVAC system and all that, because all we have is an old heater here, which somebody that wants to restore one of these would love. Oh, check this thing out. Can you see that? This lever right here controls it. Oh, these things are so cool. That's an air vent. Just brings in air from the outside, now it shoots it at your legs, but it's a mechanical lever. I don't know what we're gonna do about the seats. I like these seats. They have some, that's probably horsehair, right? I don't know what that is, but I'll probably get these reupholstered, restuffed, or maybe use the bench seats from the LJ. I'm not too sure yet. I'd like to put a cot back here for camping, and then keep this third jump seat as well. Cool little button to get out. So end result of this is we're gonna have, you know, a 200 horsepower or whatever old Willys Overland with fuel injection that will start. It'll have power steering, it'll have air conditioning, you know, heat, maybe a radio. Gosh, this thing's mean, huh? But it should all fit in there. Maybe. That does look a little narrow for that firewall idea I have compared to the LJ. I may have to cut this radiator support bracket out as well and fabricate some stuff. The story goes it's from Wyoming originally. Check out the back. The way this tailgate works is fantastic. A lever there, lever here. Look how big it folds down to. I'm actually curious how big it is back here. Looks like it's about 64 inches to the back of that seat, and width-wise 55. And actually, now that I think about it, I'm curious with the tailgate down how big it is. I mean, you're probably not. Nope, yep, 8 feet. So you can get a 2x4 in the back of this with the gate down. That's really cool. And the height is, these are just the coolest bodies. 4 feet to the top of the roof there, and the opening 40 inches. Oh, look, it's got the wood slats on the bed. Very cool. It also came with a ton of spare parts, which is great. A whole bunch of stuff. So we'll be able to sell some of that and use some of that and help fund this project. It's just a very cool rig overall. Certainly worth the time to save it. In my opinion, it's a little far gone to fully restore, so might as well make it drivable. It's crazy all that stuff works. What a sweetheart. They finally got that sucker out of there. The bolt itself is smaller than the nut. I'm blown away how good that works.